Hello my beauties! Today's video has never been done on Asian beauty secrets before. If you follow me on social media, you have probably seen photos like this and like this. And as promised, I'm going to take you on a journey with me on how I got rid of my double chin. So this happened early this year around April, and we finally managed to get around to editing this. It will showcase from day one all the way till the end of the procedure, including the follow-up as well as the second procedure and the second follow-up. So it's pretty much been like a 6-month process. I just want to remind everyone that although I have gotten rid of this double chin, it doesn't mean that I can go back and eat terrible food and never have to exercise for the rest of my life. It's all about a balanced diet and a healthy lifestyle. So let's go. Hi guys, I'm here with Davin again, and today we're going to discuss what we're going to do with my chin because, as you guys all know, I've had this problem since day one. So Davin, tell me your expert advice, what you think I could do to help reduce this fat.
Miss Chen here's got, you know, in my saying, she's got more chins than the Chinese telephone directory, which is probably true. I mean, you can get away with it because we're Asian. So anyway, she's got excess skin. You've got to be very, very careful to see and assess what is excess skin and what is excess fat. So this angle here is very, very important to assess. And what we do is that she's got a little bone over here, and she's got this pocket of fat just over here. So that pocket of fat, there's basically 3 ways and 3 ways only to remove fat. Number 1, liposuction. We can do liposuction, but you'll be in this like headband for about a week. Second thing we can do is we can use an injection called Kybella or Belkyra, but you look like a bullfrog for about 2 or 3 days. You'll hate me for it. Another method we can use that's reliable, and that's to use an applicator called mini cool sculpting. And basically what it does, once we get suction of the fat in this area, it freezes the fat, and over a period of about 2 to 3 months, your body's immune system takes it away and it's gone for good forever. That's it, done, dusted. Sounds too good to be true, hey?
Too good to be true.
Yeah.
So I am here for my appointment at 2 o'clock to get rid of this double chin. This is Melissa, the chin guru. Hi guys! So she's going to tell us a little bit about what happens with the whole process, and yes, to prepare yourself for when coming here to get your chin done.
Beautiful. So today we're using the Cool Sculpting Cool Mini applicator to treat excess fat cells in the chin area. So with your treatment, what we're looking for is a 25% fat cell reduction each session. We do a treatment now and then we retreat the area in 6 weeks time. You might need multiple applicators and then consecutive treatments, just depending on the results and the desired results. With the actual treatment, on the day when we apply the applicator will draw the fat and then start the freezing process. That can be slightly uncomfortable, but does only last a short period of time. Each applicator takes an hour. So after that hour, we remove the applicator and we do quite a firm massage to start breaking those fat cells up. In the next 6 to 12 weeks, what will happen is your body will naturally eliminate those dead cells, resulting in your fat cells being reduced in the area. Post-treatment, you can feel slightly tender. There can be bruising, but very minimal downtime. It's safe and an effective treatment. So right now I'm applying the gel trap. So we do apply gel to the surface of the skin just as a little bit of a protection barrier against the cooling. So we put a little liner in and then we pierce that, and then we apply the gel trap. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grit up the area. So it's essential that we get those applicators in the right place. Obviously we want to be treating where those fat peaks are. So what we're going to do now is we're going to apply the gel to the area. So that helps just create a bit of a barrier once again to the coolness, the cold against the surface of the skin. And once that's on, we now apply the applicator. So the applicator has the suction, so as soon as we apply that to the skin, it's going to start to grab that fat pocket there, okay? And now what we need to do is just get that applicator in place. It's really essential during your treatment not to move or talk, because we don't want to bump that applicator off at all. So you can see there, we've got a frozen pocket of fat from where that applicator has been sitting. So what we're going to do now is give that a massage. So it might be feeling a little bit tender at this point. It might feel like a bit of a stinging sensation. So what that is the nerves are just readjusting to the temperature change. It's a lot of fat.
It's kind of gross.
Pain-wise, sensation-wise?
Pain, it doesn't, like you said, after 10 minutes you can't feel anything.
Yes.
You kind of get used to it, but it's just like, wow, that's really gross. It's still kind of like numb, so I can't really feel anything at this moment, but I do have to say, I think I do feel like, I feel kind of like want to throw up. I'm glad there's a break in between. Probably because I was like sitting in an uncomfortable position, which I will adjust this time around. I was kind of shocked at how much fat that was. Like, oh my god, I did not know. I mean, I knew I was fat underneath, but I didn't know there was that much, so.
So what we'll do is we will book in a review treatment for 6 weeks time. So we'll have a look at your results and then we'll go from there and decide you know, whether you want or need a second round of treatments. Really vital to drink plenty of water over the next couple of weeks. That'll just help flush through those dead cells through our lymphatic system. So just avoiding any medication that will stop that inflammation process. So any anti-inflammatories. You don't have to avoid doing anything. You don't have to avoid putting anything on the area. When you can handle the touch in that area, you can start to do a light massage, massaging out to those lymph nodes out there to start that drainage happening. Yeah, beautiful.
I thought I wanted to just give that 2-week break to see whether there would have been a drastic change. Apparently in the aftercare I received, they said that usually you will notice the change after 3 weeks. For the first week I still felt like numbness around this area. The swelling has pretty much subsided and the numbness is still a little bit here, like in the center here, but not so much on the side. And I feel like that's probably the last remaining part where like there's still a bit of fat. When I'm gonna go see them again for the checkup, they're just going to reevaluate the situation. Sometimes you might need a second session. I'm hoping that we don't, but if we do, we might need to do just that section one more time. So as you can see, evidently that this part has definitely shrunken in size, and as I'm talking it's not as evident. It's just usually the side of my face that you can kind of see, and this is like not a flattering angle because my camera is actually under my nose. So if I go any higher, as you can see, there's definitely no chin. So I'm trying to be very objective here and showing you exactly the results. I'm not gonna lie about it and not show you guys the real effects, because this is something, if you are looking into doing, then you want to know everything, you want to know every stage of it. Literally, I think by far this is probably the most natural way and the most safest way to do any type of fat reduction. So that's what it looks like. I'll just have you on the side. This is the chubbier side, and then this is like the skinnier side. It's been exactly 6 weeks since I've done it, so they're just going to do a quick checkup to see how it is and whether I need another session. I personally think that it's definitely reduced a ton, but there's still a little bit of fat left here, which is probably just due to my bad diet, but we'll probably go have a look and see what we can do from there.
Hi. So what today is a 6-week review. So we start to see some change and some results in the area at around 4 to 6 weeks. It does take 12 weeks to see that full fat cell elimination. So yeah, today's purpose is just to really have a look and see how Mia has processed and how she's feeling after her initial treatment. I can really start to see a flattening off through this area, so that's a really good sign that the treatment has worked. Generally when we have a peak, it's quite rounded, and these treatments just start to shave the fat off the top of those peaks. So we're really starting to notice a flattening off through here. almost so that when I look at Mia's side profile, there's actually no peak there anymore. What we want to do is we want to review some before and after photos and really have a look at the change with her photos. We will then reassess in another 6 weeks and go, okay, have we seen a full elimination, or do we possibly need to do one more session?
So that was me before, and that was me when I came in last time. So you can see a huge reduction there. But we'll see how we go today. And then we have Melissa.
Hi, so today what we're going to do is we're doing second review. We're going to take some photos and really have a look and see how the results have gone and see if there's a you know, possible another treatment needed. Okay, so we're now 12 weeks from Mia's chin treatment. We've just taken some after photos, and here is the results. So this is before, so you can see here there's quite an evident sort of pocket of fat there, and then you can see with the afters, which has been taken today, there's quite a different shape in the neck and chin area. Multiple sessions are always required, or most of the time are required. So what we're going to do with Mia's next treatment is we're going to apply applicators a little bit further out around the sides of the jawline, still concentrating on this pocket of the center at the center here, but we're just going to sort of start to define the outer area of the jaw. Once again, it's going to be a 12-week process.
Hi guys, so I'm actually at Garden City now, so I'm about to head in for my second appointment, my second session of the cool sculpting. The camera is actually right where my chin level is, so I'm not going high or going extra low. It's just where I think the chin is sitting. Just so you can see, they just wanted to reduce this sort of the side area here, because this part is pretty much flat, which is what we wanted. So it's more just this side here, just to make that a little bit more defined.
So we've seen a really great reduction after the first treatment, but with any of body contouring treatments, you do require multiple sessions. So today, with the placement of the applicators, what we're doing is we're placing them a little bit more around the side of the jawline.
Oh my god, brain freeze.
Brain freeze, yeah. So it does actually feel like that. Now the reason why I'm doing the massage is start to break down those fat cells that are now crystallized. So it's a really vital part of a treatment to have a massage after it, even though it can be slightly uncomfortable. Feeling that?
I think the side of my face is bigger than the other side.
You can see there on this side that it's no longer red. So 45 minutes after the first session, it's you know, your skin's gone back to normal.
Day 1 after the second session, you can see there's not any bruising or lumps as such. It just feels a little bit numb. This session was actually 45 minutes as opposed to an hour, because the first session we did was an hour on each side. This time is actually 45 minutes only. I still can noticeably see that this time it's gotten this part of the chin, which I was mostly concerned about. So we'll see how that goes after about 4 weeks. There's just a little bit of marking here, but overall it doesn't look too scary. Like, I could pretty much cover that up with makeup if I wanted to. As you can see from the same angle that I held the camera when I first did it, you can see predominantly that this area here is a lot smaller.
As you can see here, there's some photos of before and after her second session. Now this is 6 weeks post that treatment, so in the next 6 weeks we still may see some more of a reduction. We've noticed a really good reduction in the peak centrally to underneath the chin, and we've also noticed a little bit more slimming and definition around the jawline. So we've definitely got some before and after photos that will be able to show that.
So 7 months later, I have managed to keep the fat off my chin. I still do regular massage around the neck area, mainly just to keep my jawline skin more tighter and firmer, because as I'm aging, everything seems to be going down. It doesn't bounce back as it used to. I personally think cool sculpting is probably the safest and quickest way to get rid of the double chin, because this area is not an area that you could exercise. It's not like doing push-ups or sit-ups, and mostly it's like genetics. Like my mom even has issues around that area and she's like a stick. So I'm actually really glad that I got it done, because now I can feel confident. Like I don't have to contour over the chin areas just to hide it from everyone. And I think at the end of the day, you should make the decision what's best for you. And if you have any questions, leave your comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As usual, throughout the week, you can follow me on my social medias. I will always be there, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.